The opinions, thoughts, and language expressed on this show are solely those of the individuals on the panel. They do not represent the thoughts or opinions of any employers, family or friends, corporations, sponsors, affiliates, or fake people. Please sit back and enjoy. And welcome to all our subscribers and viewers. Let's get to know the people that we have here on our panel.
What up? It's your boy Steve, aka Stevie P, and more importantly, Boston.
What up? It's your boy Black Stefan, Brujo Mars. Oh, and Boston.
What's up, everybody? It's Ali, aka Hafa, and Boston.
This is the guy you know as the MERC, the Merc. Boston, hit subscribe and enjoy the show.
So now that you know who's on the panel, we're gonna go ahead and start talking about our fresh cut stuff. So we'll dive in right now. Fresh cut number 1: USC and euthanasia. Overestimation of intelligence. That one time at band camp. Backdrop rug photos. Selfies killed photo booths, except at weddings. Use hashtag FreshCutDS1 to join the conversation.
California, it's a very small city. It's most people would describe it as a shithole. It's like, it's not a nice place. Like, we were the murder capital of the country actually several years when I was in high school. It's not a great place. Just to understand like where my head is at right when I get to USC. So I get to USC and I'm in awe. I'm like looking around like, oh my God, this is like, I've made it. Like, this is amazing. Like, this is like, everybody here must be like from the top of the top. Like, I'm gonna have to hustle because like I may not even be smart enough. Like, I'm a big fish in a small pond. Now I'm coming to the big pond and everybody's smarter than me and blah, blah, blah. Like, that's how my mindset was. So I get into this class. We're having a discussion about different, like what's called the hedonic calculus, which is like you figure out what is the most moral thing by like what provides the most pleasure, right? And so like we go through this varying degrees of like different topics. So like the professor hit on this topic and was like, okay, we're going to talk about euthanasia, right? So like, you know, when people like
euthanasia, like the young kids.
Don't tell, come on, son, you fucking, you're burying the lead, my G. So this is what happened. So I'm fucking sitting there. Euthanasia is like when people decide they want to off themselves and the doctor that helps them do that, right? So I'm fucking sitting there, bruh. I'm sitting next to this girl, dog. I'm sitting next to this girl in this philosophy class at USC, which to me is like the I've made it. Like, it's a private school in California that everybody wants to go to. Everybody calls it University of Spoiled Children. It's crazy, right? So like I'm sitting next to this woman and they're like, okay, so the professor's like, now we want you to discuss with, you know, the immediate people around you. And we're having this discussion. And it's like maybe about 5 of us. And we're sitting there and we're just like, okay, well, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? And it's not like this girl that I'm talking about, it's not even like she was the first one called. She was like the third one that like gave an opinion. So like she had an opportunity to hear everybody else's answers, right? So it gets to her. We're like, okay, so how do you feel about euthanasia? She like pauses for a second. She's sitting there and she's like, I mean, I think they're all right. And like it's like 5 of us in this group and we're like, what's this? I think they're all right. What are you talking about? And she's like, yeah, you know, like the youth in Asia, they deserve the same chances as everybody else. And I'm just like,
expression or trolling,
bruh. I was just like, oh, she was definitely not trolling. No,
that's not right. You want to know what the fact?
This isn't okay. Understand, this is in 1999. Number one, like this is before like the troll game was really perfected to the point it is now. But no, this girl was dead ass fucking serious.
So do you want to know what the fallacy principle is in your story?
Tell me.
Stevie P mentioned this in the first episode. I think you give too much credit to the people around you. And I think that you immediately assume that because you're at USC, she's intelligent.
100%. That's exactly what it is. Yeah, no, and that's exactly what it was. That's
the more people you talk to, the more you realize that most people don't know a lot about everything. It's just the way we are.
Most people don't know a lot about shit, bruh.
And I've always said that you want to know what somebody knows, listen to the thing they talk about the most. Because we all are programmed to talk about the things we know about the most as often as possible. So like if you have that one cool story of when you were a teenager and you did something super fun and that's the only fun story you have in your life,
That means your
all
life
your
ain't
friends
that
and family
fun.
have heard it at least 10 times.
Yeah.
Right? Because they're like, man, I remember there was this one time we were riding ATVs.
At band camp, son.
Yeah, and it's like,
It's Al Bundy, Polk High.
No,
exactly.
hey, yo, band camp. That band camp shit's real though. Can I tell y'all?
A single game for Al Bundy?
Yeah, 4 touchdowns in a single game.
Listen, we all know the story, and we saw the show how many years? It's like because that was his claim to fame, right?
Hey, real quick though, that one time at band camp shit, that shit's real.
Oh, I don't disagree. I think all camps are like that. I think you can go to fight camp and you'll end up.
Okay, so I was
Twinkie where?
Okay,
She
y'all gonna
ate a Twinkie in one shot. Damn.
y'all gonna make fun of me. I already know this, but so my junior and my senior year in high school, I was a drum major. Like that was me. I was a drum major. I was a drum major. I was in the marching band. I was in the marching band.
And not the
I was in the marching band. Yeah, no, a drum major is not the cool shit. It's not a drummer. It's not like the drum line. The drum major is the nigga that stands in front of the band and like does this shit.
You know what? That cleans the drums after the show.
Nah, that's not a drum major. The drum major is the nigga that sits in front of the band and conducts the band. Like the baton nigga, he conducts the band, right?
You have that low cut bucket hat that they wear.
I had the low bucket cap. I had the whole shit. I did the whole shit.
Did you
right?
have like the
You were the cat that fought Dick Cannon.
But hold on. But let me tell you this story. So like, you know, when you get the job as drum major, you got to learn how to be a drum major, right? So you got to go to drum major camp. Here's the thing about drum major camp. Because not a whole lot of people are drum majors, there's only a few drum majors, right? So they combine camps. So you're combining the camp with the cheerleading camp, the tall flags camp, the dance team camp,
That doesn't sound that bad.
and the step team camp.
That sounds like a good time.
Yeah, that sounds like.
So I can literally tell stories about like how there was like 5 of us with like 500 women around us, right? Now, here's the other part. Out of all those drum majors, there's maybe like 5 of us that are Black and Latino, right? So the niggas with the swag, there's 5 of us out of that whole shit of like 500 women.
So where'd you stick your baton?
We'll save that for another episode.
Yo, here's the funny thing. Yo, you remember like back in the day when we was in high school and chicks, we used to take them they used to go to like the mall and they would take these pictures with like the background and all shit. I was going through like
161st Street in the book.
I was going through like an old thing of like pictures that I had. Why did I find the pictures of the ones that was from the drum major?
You had a cotton picture with like the 2 hearts on it.
I'm gonna send it to the I'm gonna send it to the group chat this week. I'm gonna send it to the group chat so y'all can see how it went down.
Did you guys ever do that in New York? Like take a picture with a date at one of those like mall things?
Man, those were the worst.
Remember those trucks they used to have like in the street?
Hey,
and it was like that cloth.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Those. Yeah. Like, you ever did that before?
Yeah, but not on a date, no.
No.
Wait, but who you did it with?
Oh, where'd you get
I
that?
mean,
my
I
mom.
didn't say the person, but like you did it with a girlfriend? Like you took a girlfriend there and did that?
No, I think like with my mom or some shit. I don't remember.
Oh, qué lindo. Yeah, no, I never did that.
Yo, there's not a button on this thing?
I always thought that it was weird that like it was part of like the date. It was like people would go to like 161st Street and behind like Yankee Stadium, behind the courthouse, there's this, you know, the Concourse Plaza, right? It's this little
I was about to say trash, but
yeah, there's this little mall, and in there they had a movie theaters and they had a food court, but then in front of the movie theaters on the fences they had all these cotton things, like 70 of them, like, so they were different people hustling to get pictures for people, and it was like part of the date. The date was you go to the food court after you're done eating, watch a movie. After the movie you go outside and you just see people lined up taking pictures with their date in front of those stupid ass cloths. And I was like, yo, why is that a thing? Listen, if you have one
People
of
watching
those,
is a thing.
comment below and tell us if you still have one.
Yo, the funny shit nowadays be when chicks post like the prison ones on their Instagram and shit. That should be funny as fuck, bro. You seen the prison ones? So they have like it looks like enchantment under the sea dance and shit, and they
What
be like
happened?
all hugged up.
Photo booth. I did the photo booth. You know, you go to the arcade.
Hey, yo, no, hey, real
Have
talk.
those.
Hey, yo, y'all want a dope business right now? Photo booth, bro. You know, like you go to an event, they have the look. Yo, Liddy.
But honestly, I think that's what ruined it. Like the magic of the photo booth was that it was in random places.
Nah, nigga, fuck that. Get money, nigga. They fucked up our culture. We gonna fuck up theirs, nigga. Get money.
And that's why they're not using them anymore. You know what?
What are you talking about? That shit is like, yo, what?
It's at every wedding.
It is.
It's at everything, dog.
It is. And because it's
Yeah,
at every
everywhere.
wedding, you're not gonna use one when you randomly find one at a Chuck E. Cheese or when you go to a freaking mall.
Oh yeah, of
That's what I'm
course,
saying.
of course.
Like,
I don't give a fuck about that though. I don't go to Chuck E. Cheese no more.
Listen, the standard photo booth.
You be in the ball pit, Ali?
What took the photo booth out of the selfie game?
Ali be in the ball pit?
Say it again, right?
What took the photo booth out is the selfie game, the phones.
That too. Yeah.
Which
Why am I gonna go to
Yeah, why you gonna blame the photo booth niggas?
well, time out.
It's definitely
But people
the
have
selfie.
tons. But you guys, or at least most of us in here, have already gone through a marriage situation, and you know that you all paid for a photographer, even though everybody got phones.
I have not been married yet.
I know. Yeah, that's why I said most of us.
Oh, okay. My fault.
But you'll get there one day, and when you do, you'll have a photographer, even though people have phones. Why?
Yeah.
Because it's part of a cycle. They're called social norms. That's the problem. You do things just because other people do them.
To a certain extent,
like monogamy.
Uh-oh.
Fresh cut number 2. Airports. The worst the city has to offer. Oh, Canada. Eazy-E was teething? Jay-Z been teething, but is he the GOAT? Use hashtag FreshCutDS2 below to join the conversation.
Uh-oh.
I did it because my wife wanted it.
He said, uh-oh.
You guys ever wonder what happens inside of a strip club? I've never been to one.
No.
You've never been to a strip club.
No.
I've been with one.
Nobody watching this believes that.
No, actually, I went to one time with my wife. She was with me, but that's about it.
I went with my wife and it was entrapment.
I went to one in Miami. What's the one in Miami that's like the
Tootsie's?
no. It's in Brickell. No, it's in Brickell.
Oh,
it's like it's like a number and a name to it. It's weird. It's
you're
like
talking about the one that's near the airport.
no, it's not near the airport. It's closer to downtown.
Is there anything good near an airport? I feel like whenever you say near an airport,
I'll work near an airport.
Didn't we have this conversation about like how every city, if you want to see what the worst parts of are,
Go to the airport.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
has to be around the airport.
except for the LAX, the In and Out right next to the LAX.
What about
That's the
Dallas
only
Fort
good thing
Worth?
there.
That's the only.
Fort Worth.
Dallas Fort Worth is
They
actually
have stadiums in there and hotels.
Yeah, but
Arenas.
but remember, cities that have two airports, they throw shit out of whack because you can actually industrialize one airport and make the other one look really crappy.
So that's how Long Beach Airport is, because Long Beach Airport is in the middle of Long Beach, and it's like it's kind of industrial, but it's nice though, and it looks nice. You know what I'm saying? It don't look shitty.
Like
Outside of LAX, nigga, outside of LAX looks like shit, bro. I would never want to live over there.
So I heard Toronto. I've been to Toronto, and I like Toronto. Toronto's a dope city. But there's an airport in Toronto where you can literally walk, and you're in downtown Toronto in 10 minutes.
That's crazy.
Really?
Also, they just legalized everything. So,
yo, let me talk about Vancouver, my G. I went up there. When was he up there, babe? Last month? Nigga, let me tell you, bro. Babe, how lit were we? Super lit, she said. Nigga. Hey, we'll talk about it in the chat. I got pictures too. Nigga.
I saw a few.
Go. Take your ass up there.
I feel like
and they got free health care. Come on.
I feel like the Pacific Northwest in general is just like a dope.
It's gorgeous up there. Yeah, it's gorgeous up there.
Whether it's
but
Portland,
everything shuts down by like 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock?
Not in Vancouver, it didn't.
What time is shut down?
Like, bang, we was at the club like 1, 2 in the morning, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Toronto things were
People were
shut down.
mistaking you for
Now I will say this. I will say this. The DJ at that club was treated ass, bro. Oh my God.
Drake all night.
It wasn't even Drake all night. It was just like it was tons of shit I ain't never even heard. I ain't never heard. I was like, I don't know what this is. This is
What was that? What was that white Canadian rapper? Informer.
You know what? Honestly, you know what? You know who my favorite Canadian rapper is?
What was it?
Snow. You know who my favorite Canadian rapper is? I don't even.
Bad joke.
That terrible.
Bad
Yeah,
joke.
you need the hot trash meme or whatever the fuck.
Hot trash alert?
Yo, you know who my favorite Canadian rapper? Do y'all remember that nigga Cardinal? Y'all remember that nigga?
No,
I used to, when he was like, before he even like kind of started popping, like his shit from back in the day was fire, yo.
He only had one hot song.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm gonna send Steve P. I'm gonna send you some shit, and you're gonna change that tune. I guarantee you.
No, you won't.
I guarantee you. I guarantee you. Steve P. I'm gonna send you some shit, and next week in here you're gonna be like, yo, Steve was right. That nigga had a couple hot ones. Like, I promise you. I promise you.
You have no other
He was
to join
yo.
us week.
He was one hit away. He had this one track that was made by the Neptunes, and this is like 2004, like 2005 when the Neptunes was hot. This track, nigga, y'all, I'm trying to tell y'all. If I'm gonna send you that track, and you tell me if you don't think that nigga would have been a superstar if that track would have came out.
Yo, so time out, because I want to make sure that I don't sound like the ignorant punk on this show.
Mm-hmm.
You talking about Cardinal Official?
Yeah.
Cardinal Official.
Yeah.
That
he was
nigga.
dope. He
was dope as shit, bro. He was dope as fuck, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm gonna send you some shit. I'm gonna send you some shit, dog. I promise you.
You remember that song with Akon? I couldn't help but to.
So that he got a little too poppy with that, in my opinion. But that whole, if you listen to that whole album, though, that whole album is actually fire. It's actually really fire.
Listen, he did his thing.
I'm telling you, like that nigga. Look, man, I'm gonna send you some shit.
Playing at the disco.
I'm gonna send y'all some shit, man. Like, yo, look, it might, hey, maybe I'm just corny, but
did Kanye
fire.
produce any of it?
None of it.
This nigga shit.
None of it. Hey, also shout out to Chaos. Y'all remember Chaos? He from Toronto too.
Think so. It's spelled with a K, right? K-O-S.
Yeah, K hyphen
He's the guy who made that
O-S.
song Superstar?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he's trash.
Yeah. But that song was fire though. That song's fire. That song's fire though.
Yo, yeah, I remember when we were in Binghamton and that song came out. That was like every dance repertoire is like, oh my god, like dun, dun, dun. I'm like, yo, every time I heard that fucking sound, I used to get so angry, but I knew I was gonna hear snapping and dancing.
Me and my cousin used to like, my cousin, shout out Eric P.O., my nigga. Brooklyn stand up, Bed-Stuy stand up. What's up, nigga? Yo, shout out my cousin. Me and that nigga used to fucking play that song like the fuck out. Like that shit was ridiculous. Like we should not have liked that song as much as we did. I'll admit that. But we used to play that song to death, man.
So what song would you say, you guys as a group, individually, whatever, what was that song that you played so much that like you literally made the tape pop, like Biggie said, you know what I'm saying? Like
Notorious Thugs.
Yeah, ooh,
honestly,
that's up there, yo. That's
anytime Notorious Thugs come on, I just be like,
every time Notorious Thugs come on, I switch it after Biggie's verse.
I mean, it's the best verse, but
it's the best verse.
You could have let the first Bones go.
I'm sorry, Bone Thugs in Harmony was.
I forgot about that, but that's your problem.
Bone Thugs in Harmony. Also, partially because I'm a LA nigga. So, like, honestly, real talk, there's an underground rapper from way back in the day that like, this is like pure deep LA shit. Like, niggas from New York are not going to know about this. But, like, there was some shit that was called, I'm going to have to look it up and I'll send you the information. But there used to be this place that was a,
comment below.
It was a health, no, listen. It was like a health store and like some Jamaicans owned it, right? And so what it was is like, it was the place in the hood where everybody could go and just kind of like chill. There was no gang violence. There was no nothing. So what happened is like all these rappers from LA just used to start hanging out there. And then it just turned into the scene. And so all of these Project Blow, so like there was this whole like Google like Project Blow, and like you'll see like kind of the history of like a lot of this shit, right? And so like there was this rapper that came out. He was an underground rapper. He came out like, you know, with these group of kids that was doing this shit, and his whole style was like the same way Bone Thugs and like what you know as Bone Thugs and Harmony, like that was his style. Yo, Eazy-E was at the fucking show and shit, took that shit, went to Ohio, got these niggas, played the shit for them, and was like, that's your style now. You do everything like that. So, like, I cannot respect Cypress Hill. I just can't do it. I can't.
Those are Bone Thugs.
Or that's a Bone. Oh, my God. I'm way out the box.
But you respect Jay-Z.
Bone Thugs and Harmony. Bone Thugs and Harmony. I just can't do it. I can't do it.
But you respect Jay-Z.
Don't do that.
But you respect
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. We going Jazzo. We gonna have that conversation.
We can't have double standards here. Style is cool, but then like, when it's the greatest rapper from New York,
I feel like it's a difference. I feel like it's a little bit of a difference. Niggas don't sing and rap like this and do that shit and but like that's wild different, my G. Like that's come on. That's some way different. That's some way left shit. But nobody was doing that at the time.
Steve,
that's just different. I'm sorry. It's different.
He just said that Jay-Z is the greatest of all time.
Jay-Z is the GOAT. I was thinking about it the other day.
Yeah, he's the GOAT, man.
No, he's not. Well,
if you take
bar for bar, like line for line, dog. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry. He's the GOAT, dog.
He's not my personal favorite, but he is the GOAT.
Same. And I'm gonna tell you this. I used to really hate Jay-Z. I really used to hate Jay-Z. And the one shit that changed my mind and made me go back and listen to everything was the Joe Budden diss. Like, yo, that whole when he did the whole basketball analogy, I was like, I can't even hate no more. Like, I can't even hate no more. Like, that shit was so ill, bro.
Some whack albums, though. Hold on. But
he do. No, he do. And I'll tell you that.
Rob, who you said
100%.
The greatest, Rob?
The greatest?
Yes.
I don't know. I got to go personal favorite.
What's your personal favorite?
Well, I'm a Nas fan, but not even, I know he's not the greatest of all time. You could go, I don't know, man. If you're like Diddy, like Stevie P said, if you're taking everything into factor, you got to take Jay-Z's career to just, it is what it is, because he probably made the most.
He's the most famous, the most successful,
most influential.
Most influential.
But nah, what? Bar for bar, bro.
He stole bars. He didn't steal bars from Biggie.
Who hasn't though, dog? Like everybody in hip hop borrows. What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
Here's the thing. I think that at some point, the fact that Jay-Z can actually, people can make songs about all the lines that he stole, talks about the longevity in his career as well, right? Because it wasn't like he did all of this on one album. Like it was across multiple albums. But
look, man,
to have multiple albums, you have to have a pretty extensive career, right? Now,
like
to that
people
point,
like American Gangster. American Gangster's trash.
Nah, you're wrong. You're wrong.
I don't like American Gangster.
You're wrong. I'm sorry. American Gangster is I will say that I agreed with you on my first, like the first few times I listened to it. Like now as I let the album like kind of grow, like honestly, I love that fucking album. I think it's one of his better albums.
Listen, guys.
Black Album's better.
Let's be honest with ourselves.
Black Album is better, but I still feel it's a good album.
I think the Black Album is his best album. That's besides.
I disagree.
I think it's top 3.
Listen, we're gonna talk about Jay-Z at some point, but I think you said something really important. Intentional listening versus bystander listening is very different. And an album to me becomes great the moment that you just listen to it and it makes you realize its greatness versus you having to sit down and actively look for that greatness. You said on your first few listens, it didn't catch you, but then you went back.
Exactly.
You were looking for it at that point in my eyes. Like at that point, you're like, nah.
No, it wasn't even that. It was like I had some shit. No, I had some shit on a playlist and like it was on some shuffle shit. And I heard like maybe like 3 songs and I was like, yo, this is not as bad as I thought it was. And let me go back and listen to the album now.
But it is as bad as you thought it was. It's not better than Reasonable Doubt. It's not better than Black Album.
Volume 2 is not better than Volume 2.
But it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be a decent album.
It's not better than Blue.
It don't have to be a decent album, though. And I'm not saying this is greatest album. I'm not saying that.
It's better.
I'm saying it's a good. I'm just saying it's a good album. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
American Gangster, Magna Carta. Which was
Gift and the Curse was super slept on. Super slept on.
It is what it is. The Gift and the Curse. There's good and bad on that album.
I'll agree with that. I will agree with that. I will 100% agree with that.
Studio calling it that, you should have expected that.
But I will say,
Magna Carta better than all three of them.
I like Magna Carta too.
I like Magna Carta.
I like the first like 5 songs of Magna Carta, and then the rest
it's
is
only like 12 songs, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the whole last half of the album, I chop that shit off and give it away.
To me,
like,
Magna Carta to me, Magna Carta was actually like a piece of artwork rather than a rap album.
I agree. I agree with that.
It was something different than that we had heard from Jay-Z.
I mean, now at the time, I was banging like all them songs like "Fuck With Me," I got all them shits. Like I was banging the fuck out them shits, but like it was like the first part of the album. The latter half of the album I never fuck with. But
that song is fire.
Fresh cut number 3. Who's your favorite MC and the greatest of all time? The Godfather trilogy. Nas's biggest problem. Jay-Z versus Nas. Who really won 17 years later? Use hashtag FreshCutDS3 below to comment.
Can we go around the horn and find out who everybody's personal favorite? I'm just out of curiosity. Like, who's your personal favorite? And I know y'all gonna think mine's is trash, but that's all right.
It varies. So start with Stevie P because that's what I see on the top of my screen. So,
personal fave.
Well, greatest of all time, and then personal fave. So you said Jay-Z's the greatest.
Jay-Z is the GOAT. My personal fave probably Big Pun.
Respectable. I think that's.
I like Cameron too, but I say Big Pun.
Cameron's a close 3.
Respectable, but it's respectable though.
I know it is.
I love Cam. I've always loved Cameron.
So
that's that uptown mentality.
my favorite rapper growing up was Tupac. It changed as I got older. It truly is Big Pun. Big Pun is my favorite rapper. Greatest of all time though, to me is Nas, and it's hard for me to say it because I feel like
he had too many whack albums.
But so did Jay-Z. I think it's just at some point it has to be a probabilities thing, right? Like you got to have like, what's the probability of Nas dropping a whack album versus Jay-Z? Probably higher.
Nigga, I could divide.
But what's the chance?
How many good Nas albums are there for real? Can we count them? Because there's only like 3 of them.
Woo, let's have the discussion.
5.
Let's go.
All right, so you got Illmatic,
Stillmatic,
and
Lost Tapes.
I don't put Stillmatic in that.
What?
Lost Tapes, I do.
You're in the minority on that one.
I did not like Stillmatic. I like the first half of Stillmatic. I didn't like it.
Yeah, there was only like 12 songs in that one too, my guy. You can't.
Lost Tapes is underrated.
Godson.
We're already
Stop.
You named like 6 already.
What are you talking about? Godson's not part of that. You bugging right
Who
now.
said they don't like Godson?
Wait. Godson is the one that had
bugging. You bug. No.
N-word alive. Was that right? Was that Godson?
I believe so.
Yeah. No, that album was fire.
If Heaven Was a Mile Away? What?
Heaven Was a Mile Away.
No.
Fire.
Y'all bugging.
Was that the one that had Thief Feet?
No, you're bugging. See, my girl even said y'all bugging. She said, fuck them niggas right there that you talking to. Them niggas wildin'.
Yeah,
that was a double album.
Godson was not a double album. You're thinking about Street's Disciple. Street's Disciple was a double album.
Street's Disciple is like Gift and the Curse. If it would have been one album, it would have been way better.
Street's Disciple got 2 good songs on in that double album.
That was the problem.
That was trash.
Street's Disciple was the problem. Like,
wait, so you're going
hip hop is dead.
Trash.
No.
That album was trash, but that album gave us Black Republican. That song, nigga.
Black Republican.
That song is whack.
You're whack.
That song is
trash.
whack.
Get off my screen right now. Get the fuck off my screen right now. No.
AKA Mr. You Love It, I Hate It.
No. Get the fuck out of here.
That song is hyped up for no reason.
Get the fuck out of here. You tripping.
That song.
No.
Real quick,
nigga, not. Your whole
Before we
anything
play-
you say from now on, my nigga, is
before we
trash.
claim each other.
dead. No, you
before we
wild.
claim each other on this.
You wildin', my
question
G.
question for the movie buffs. Do you know?
Oh, hold
what
on. Y'all don't want to know my shit.
wait,
Okay,
wait.
that's not. That's cool.
Wait, mine either.
You-
They didn't
You
tell me.
changed the subject and started asking about.
I know.
Listen.
I'm fucking with y'all.
For the movie
I'm
buffs,
trolling.
where did they sample the beat for Black Republicans?
Ooh. I don't know.
They sampled
God.
it from the second Godfather at the Saint Gennaro Festival. That is the song that's playing in the festival.
I've never seen the other two.
I did not
I've
know
only
that.
seen the
I'm-
first
I'm
guy.
leaving.
And that's
right
true.
now.
That's true. I've never seen the other two Godfathers.
What?
I've never
Yeah,
seen
I
the other
haven't.
two Godfathers. I've only
I've
seen the
parts
first
of
one.
two. I've never
Yeah, I've seen parts of it.
Like,
And here's the funny thing. My grandma, who was a Seventh-day Adventist, used to watch that shit all three of them
the
shits.
first
back to back to
Godfather's
back to
fire.
back. That shit was
I
funny
think
as fuck.
I think that the first Godfather is the best one, but
what
everyone
I
else I've
think.
spoken to,
I've only
They
ever
say-
seen
they
the
say
first
two.
one.
is the best one.
Yeah, I don't like the second one. When they go to Italy, I was like, I'm good.
I never seen.
Well,
it.
he went to Italy in the first one.
So hold on,
second
the
one is
San
story of Vito
Gennaro
Corleone.
festival. Because I have a whole playlist where I have like the sample, like where the samples came from. Like I have a whole playlist of that shit. I
Yep.
need that on it.
So it's actually the scene. If you haven't seen the movie, you won't know this, but if you've seen the movie, it's the scene where Robert De Niro, who's playing the young Vito Corleone, actually goes and kills Don Fanucci, who's the Don of the neighborhood.
Mhm.
And while the festival's going on outside, they're playing this song while he's walking over the rooftops of the buildings in Hell's Kitchen.
I have
So,
a little bit more information. Just a
So
little
check it
bit
out,
more.
guys. You can YouTube
So
it. Hear it.
it's the City of Prague Philharmonic Orchestra,
Woo.
and it is from the Godfather trilogy.
Oh, I know. So now you learned something. If you didn't learn anything on this, first of all, you should know that.
That's the fire.
You're wild, Steve. I'm sorry, bro.
No,
You're,
okay.
you're wrong, dog. You're just wrong.
So this
You're
is making.
wrong.
So you
what?
think this is gonna make me change my mind? Is that what you
You're
just
you're
played?
just wrong,
That's
son.
what-
Like I don't even have
my
like a
opinion.
I don't even know how to like convince you. You're
Said
just
that's
wrong, my G. Like I don't
He
understand.
said that solidified my opinion. Wait, but you think the lyrics are trash?
both.
You wildin', bro. What? No, you're wrong. You're wrong,
Tell me the hotline, please. Tell me the hotline.
Nigga, just it's
Yo,
the
oh,
energy.
like,
It's the
oh,
energy in that song. What?
Now we're going with energy. Okay.
It's the
Keep the same energy, Steve. Keep the
Nah,
same
actually,
energy.
like Jay-Z.
Yo, but you like Tekashi though for the same reason, right?
I like the beats.
Oh, you a liar. You didn't tell me that.
Nigga,
You
what?
told me-
I've been
you
said
told me
that.
you like the- you
So
told me
hold on,
lyrics.
hold on. So your argument is that beat isn't fire? Is that what you're saying?
The beat is okay, but the song is not that good.
Oh my God.
Yo, whoever's watching this, please comment on this.
below.
Comment on this
Please
shit.
comment.
You're wrong. You're wrong,
Song
bro.
overrated.
I'm sorry.
Song
You're
overrated.
outvoted here. You're outvoted, my
Yo,
G.
put at Steve.
Yo,
in the comments
comment
below
on this
and put
shit.
a
No,
link
you're
directly
wrong.
To the Black Republic
You are wrong.
instrumental. Just do that.
You are wrong, bro. I'm sorry. You're wrong. You're wrong.
Yo,
You're wrong.
So
Listen.
6. Are we up to 6 albums for Nas?
did
6
you
albums?
count Godson?
Godson counts.
Godson, it has to.
I don't count Godson.
Yo, can you guys tell me some of the songs
This-
of Godson?
Steve-
For real. Okay, can you go
Made
down
you
the
look.
track list?
Actually, right here.
My rhyme, what's the rhyme book shit?
Book of Rhymes.
Book of, come on. So what?
It has the oath too.
The
Book of
song
Rhymes.
about his mom's, my G?
Yo, I've never played.
If
any
heaven
song
was a
from that
mile
album.
away? What?
No song from that album.
You're
comes up
wrong,
on any
dog.
playlist.
Made you look wasn't bumping for you at that
Yeah,
time.
Made You Look. That's the only good song.
What? What?
Yo, but that
So
album.
wait.
listen,
So you weren't bumping what's it? One mic?
No, one
One
mic
mic
was
too.
on. One mic
That was on
Stillmatic.
Stillmatic. That's on
Stillmatic.
Sorry,
Stillmatic.
apologize. Sorry.
That's on
What's
Stillmatic.
the other?
Stillmatic.
what's the one?
Stillmatic is a classic.
Godson's
I
better than
agree.
Stillmatic.
No,
No,
it's
not. You
Godson.
bugging.
Yes,
No,
it
it's
is.
not.
Godson is better than Stillmatic.
Not even
I love-
close.
Y'all,
No.
you're
Okay,
all wrong.
let me just name Stillmatic for you right now, right?
Go
Please.
ahead.
Got Yourself a Gun,
Start.
Fire.
Jay-Z.
Ether,
Jay-Z takes shots.
Fire.
Jay-Z
One mic.
dies.
Fire.
Rebuild,
Nice.
Fire.
That's where you start falling off. Exactly. This is where you start falling the fuck off. Keep going. Keep going. Let's go. Let's go.
I forget the name of the song, but it's
No, it wasn't
You
refill.
forgot the name of the song. Let's go.
No, it's Rule the World.
Let's
Rule the World.
go. Name some more. Name
Rule
some
the
more.
World.
Let's go.
Smoke.
Smoke is dope.
Smoke is fire.
Smoke's
And then,
fire.
Okay, yeah.
And then the song with what's her name?
Rewind.
A. Marie.
No.
Rewind does not still matter.
Did I not say rewind?
Here's the
Rewind.
hold on. Can we talk about something with Nas though? Can we talk about how Nas be having some ill concepts, but then he always fuck it up at the end by giving too much. Like the shit, like, oh, it's like I'm a fucking gun. Nigga, just rap the song, dog. We get it. We get it. We understand, my G. It's like I'm a fucking gun.
He's like that battle rapper who
come
says,
on, man. You fucked up the song by doing that.
Like a battle rapper who'll be like, da 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 da, and I make you savior. And that's just like the youth in Asia. Get it? Youth in
Come back.
Yo, come on. That's a real thing. This is a real thing that Nas does continuously. Let's talk about it. Nas be doing that shit, dog. I'm sorry, he do.
His biggest problem was beats. Always. It's always been his biggest issue.
I agree. I agree.
He always had whack beats.
But he raps because he raps in a way where he thinks he's smarter than everybody else, and that's why he does that shit. That's why he feels he have to over-explain his raps, and he shouldn't have to do that. And I don't like that shit.
But doesn't that bring us back to full circle what Ali said, what Stevie P said before? Don't what was it, Ali? I forgot.
Don't overestimate the person that you're thinking about. Right? Like
Exactly.
we're thinking that the population is smart, smart.
Yo,
Exactly.
I thought this shit was supposed to be like a good 45 minutes. We've been on this shit for like, it feels like
2 hours.
2-3 hours now.
It's 2-3 hours almost.
Yo, this shit been lit though. I ain't even gonna front.
Yeah,
This
we're
conversation-
only gonna use about
like really
All over the place.
all over the place.
Ali, run me down Godson.
Please.
Godson.
Real talk.
Yes,
This is a podcast right here. Like I'm saying it. Like this right here is a podcast.
Well, Godson's album track list, right? Let's bring that shit up.
Come on.
Track listing. Okay, the first Get Down. Yeah, that was produced by
Fire.
Salam Remy. I didn't know that was Salam Remy who produced that. The Cross, produced by Eminem.
Good.
Interesting.
Decent.
Made You Look, produced by Salam Remy.
Fire.
Fire.
The
Next
Last
track,
Real
Fire.
N-Word Alive, which is my favorite Nas song.
Fire.
Ron Browse produced that. Remember that? Jumping out the
Ether
window.
boy.
Jumping out the window with this one. Zone Out featuring Bravehearts.
Trash. That was trash.
That
That
was
was a
trash.
trash song. That song is trash.
Anything
Song
with
is trash.
Anything with
Anything with Braveheart is trash.
That song is trash. Except Uchiwali. Uchiwali.
Nah, stop.
Uchiwali is not bad.
Uchiwali's all right. Uchiwali's all right.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Have you ever heard the sample that Uchiwali comes from?
What?
I'm sending it to y'all in the fucking group chat.
Yo,
The shit's actually kind of lit.
I'ma
Like
say
you sit
this
there and you
on
see,
YouTube.
especially when you hear the part, you be like,
I'm gonna say this on YouTube, flat out.
what up?
The only reason why I had to change my opinion on whether Nas was the greatest of all time
Was this
was
next
because
song?
he let Kanye produce his last album. But before that, the thing that made me struggle with him was Uchiwali single-handedly destroyed who he was in the face of hip hop to me. And I feel like, you know, whereas there's
But
always,
that's exactly what Jay-Z's argument was, though.
yeah, and it's like
And this is with whom you want to place your faith.
I agree.
He bodied him. Do you not remember?
But it's
You're right. But here's the thing.
I don't know. Going
Go ahead.
back,
Go ahead.
I think
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Jay-Z won, actually.
You think Jay-Z won?
Hold on.
Yeah.
What? All right.
Yeah,
Hold on. Give everybody give their opinion on this because I want to hear everybody's
I
opinion.
want this like
on
around the horn. Mute me.
Yeah.
So let me take you back. I forgot what month it was. It was winter though. You riding around, that shit drops. Fun Flex drops Ether.
Fire.
How many times did he drop that shit? Oh,
Here's the thing.
yeah.
I was in LA during that time.
Okay, so
And it was still like
fire. It's
woo!
not. It's fire. But if
Like
you,
it was still like, woo,
but if you
boy,
listen
it's
to- I
going.
think it's with Takeover, right? Takeover is the one that.
Takeover is the
That's what
response.
started it.
Yeah,
No,
that was-
Takeover started everything.
No,
No,
Super
got
Ugly
yourself a
was.
gun with got yourself a gun started it. I thought.
No, it was,
Nah.
it was before that. It was,
No.
So it was actually Nas.
Takeover.
No, Nas said something on a song. It wasn't made. It wasn't Made You Look. It was or Got Yourself a Gun. It was something else. Oh my God, it's gonna kill me. It was a freestyle, and he said something about Jay-Z, and then Jay-Z responded in another song, and then he officially dropped the blueprint with Takeover on it. Takeover goes ham, right? Like first,
Right.
you know where he sampled that from?
What happened?
Do you know who he sampled that from?
Was it Queen? Is it Queen?
The Doors.
Who is it? Is it the
The
Doors?
Doors.
Okay.
Which is the one that had the baby seat line? Is it Super Ugly?
That
or-
was
Super Ugly.
yeah. That's
So
super
now-
ugly.
Super
Not
Ugly. Super
No,
Ugly
no,
is the one that he
But
kills.
not remember Nas.
So
dropped that
this is
freestyle?
okay. This is how my explanation is going to go into this.
So
Go
remember
ahead.
that Nas dropped the freestyle that he said, "Is the H to the Izzo, M to the Izzo, Fushizzle, you homie," the
Yeah, that was
rapper
rapper.
version of Cisco. That came out, and then Super Ugly came out. And then Super Ugly dropped. Well, time out. Super Ugly was hard, but it wasn't no takeover.
Yeah, it's not trash.
Stop.
But
Trash.
when Flex dropped Super Ugly, the very next day he fucking dropped Ether, and that's why, like, to me, I thought Jay-Z won at the time. Listening to it like 3 or 4 years later, it was like,
Hold on.
Nas.
Okay,
Yeah,
hold on.
I think
Can
the
I-
opposite.
I thought
think
Super
the
Ugly
opposite.
was after. No, I think Super
Yeah,
Ugly
it was.
after. And that's why.
Yeah,
No.
Super Ugly was after Ether. Yes,
Super
it was.
Ugly was after
It
Ether.
was.
That's why I say.
Super Ugly. So this is what happened,
But
right?
that's why. Wait.
Okay.
I'm sorry. That's why he thinks that Jay-Z won because Super Ugly.
No, because he
No,
actually.
no.
He actually,
Here-
what his song,
can-
the lyrics in Super Ugly are
Trash.
better than Ether.
No, I disagree.
Yes.
No, here's what it is. Here's what it is. Here's what it really is. I'm gonna tell you. Let me tell you what it really is. This is what it is. This is what it is. Takeover's a fire song. Like Takeover was that's the first major blow of the whole shit, right? Ether was a better song. Ether's a much better diss. I'm sorry.
Maybe I'm
No, hold on.
Jay-Z this.
Ether is a much better diss track than not much better. It's a
Not
better.
lyrically.
It's
Not
a
lyrically. Not lyrically.
okay. In my opinion, it's a better diss track than Takeover. But here's where Jay-Z wins. He fucked his baby's mom, son. It's the social aspect. It has nothing to do with lyrics.
No, but
It's the social aspect.
You know
It's
why?
the same reason Pusha T won the Drake beef.
No,
The same reason.
no. Pusha T won the Drake beef because he exposed him as a person. Not
The
because-
social aspect.
No.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
But it's because you can't have a clean personality and then have
The social aspect.
No.
The brand.
But Nas.
If
never
I'm a
said-
rapper,
Nas
how does it
brand-
sound if my enemy has fucked my baby's mom, son?
Your ex-baby's mom? You see, that's the problem. That
It don't matter. You niggas, come on, you know how niggas egos be.
But that is a
You
problem.
niggas get killed for less. Come on.
But you understand?
Niggas don't get killed for less, Ali.
They do. But you're making it seem like this is actually relevant. It's
The-
not.
It is
not.
in the eyes of people that listen to that. You don't think that factored in at all.
Dudes have been fucking each other.
You don't think that factored?
factor?
You don't think that factored? You're
Hold
telling
up.
me that didn't
Hold
factor
up.
in at all?
Yeah,
Let me hear
y'all
you.
saying
That's what you're gonna tell me?
No,
y'all
I'm
saying
gonna get
either.
back. Fresh cut number 4. Jay-Z versus Nas debate continued. The best diss track ever. Reading lyrics verbatim. Use hashtag FreshCutDS4 in the comments below to join the conversation.
Y'all saying Ether's the best diss track, right? But what is the one line or the lines that people repeat from today? The lines that people repeat from that beef are from Jay-Z. The One Hot album every 10 years. Yes, it is. The shit with the baby seat. Nobody ever says Cockefeller Records or Dick Sucking Lips. Nobody says that.
was the main.
That's a whack line. That's a whack line. That line is whack.
Actually, I'm gonna agree with Steve P on this.
Nobody repeats that shit.
Hey, real talk. There was a website called. There used to be a website called Smarten Up Nas.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
There used to be a website called
you're both
Smarten Up
wrong.
Nas.
You're both wrong because the most memorable line from that entire beef is "That's so lame." It is from
it's
Takeover.
not. Nobody
That's what
repeats
everybody
that. Nobody
remembers.
says that.
Steve P. I'm gonna agree with Steve. I'm actually, you know what? I changed my opinion. Steve P. You convinced me. You convinced me.
You can vote.
I think culturally, I feel like Takeover is culturally more relevant.
He's saying he won because of it's not even about the bars, not even about the music. So that's irrelevant.
I hear what you're saying, but I feel like impact means something. I think the impact even today, Steve P's right. The impact of Takeover today is much more than
He
Ether.
won. Yo,
It
and I
is.
used to think
He's right.
I used to think
Nah,
Nas
he's
won.
right.
I
He's
used to
right.
think Nas won, and when I went back, I was like, "Yo, Jay-Z actually got
And
him."
I'm shocked. I'm agreeing with this nigga on a music post after the fuck shit that he just said. I'm shocked.
So-
but he
Hold
convinced me.
Hold
I'm
on.
sorry. He
So-
convinced me.
So basically, if you want to talk social aspect, the only reason if you want to even think Jay-Z won that beef is because in the end, Jay-Z fucking signed Nas and gave him a vote.
That's really
Actually
why
gave him
Jay-Z
money.
won.
That's the social aspect.
That's clearly like there's called winning
That's
battles
clearly-
and winning awards. Jay-Z won the award.
We're talking about
Clearly,
clearly.
How long that took? That took like
Clearly.
over 10 years later. Or
Yeah. So I mean, at the end of the day.
It was like 6 years later.
But hey, but hold up, let's do this. But let's do this. But let's do this. But let's do
Nas
this.
Murdered the whole squad.
But let's do this.
Rockefeller, the
But let's do
Diamond,
this.
which was
Let's
the
do this.
top
Let's do
brigade
this.
At that time. You guys
Let's
are
do
fucking-
this. Let's
fucking
keep in mind that we're talking about two extremely successful African American men,
coming right back.
and I think like we should applaud both of them motherfuckers regardless. They that whole battle, I just remember the feeling from that battle, son, and like.
But I
I don't know if there's ever been anything since that has come up to that level. Like, there's never been anything since that level, man.
Jada and Beanie.
No, Jada.
Yeah, yo.
But it didn't reach that level though.
Yeah.
I'm about to sun
man.
kiss like a soda.
Fire.
Listen,
man.
you want to know what's trash though?
Huh.
We can sit here today and talk about Jay-Z and Nas's battle, and critique it from a lot of different angles, but we can't do that about Biggie and Pac forever because of the way it ended, right? Like, and that shit is real whack.
Yeah.
I mean, Pac got big,
I was
Well, I think
look,
Biggie beat him with
fuck the
subliminals
bitch.
though.
I know, but I fucked your bitch.
No, hit him up. Hit him up might be the best diss track of all time.
No, but you see,
And that's
nah,
crazy, 'cause
it's
I
not
disagree.
lyrically
I think that's
lyrically
not
though.
Pac's best diss.
Lyrically,
I think
is
against
it? Hold on, but Steve P.
Pac's
Steve. Let me ask you: Is it the lyrics, or is it the fact that like the way the energy in the song? Like, let's be real. Is it really like lyrically the best diss track?
It's mainly the energy, but it's also that.
Tupac didn't do shit but rhyme enemies with Hennessy. I'ma say it. I was not a Tupac fan. I was not, and I lived on the West Coast. So you know how like nigga, I was getting in fights over this shit. Like, I'm sorry,
I'm
like
pretty sure you
Tupac.
lost them, but whatever.
I lost a bunch of them because like nigga, I'm outnumbered 100%.
No, because you chose
But I'm
the wrong side. Like I don't know why.
Look, I'm sorry, Tupac. Like if we really break down Tupac lyrics, and I'm not saying that Tupac was trash. I will never say that.
No, he's
But
not.
like compared to Biggie, it's not even close.
Lyrically,
Now,
no.
the impact,
It's not close.
like we said, the impact of Tupac though, different story, totally different
he
story.
was more woke. He was
Yeah,
way
but
Totally
I'm
different
just talking
story.
about. But I'm just talking
But
about.
if we're just talking straight lyrics, it's not even. It's not
No,
even
but
close.
not
It's
not like.
even close.
But I don't
No,
mean like
no.
I don't mean lyrically in general. I mean just for like their songs going at each other. I don't even think Biggie ever had an official diss track.
Who shot you?
I think
Who shot
the
you?
two
Who
best
shot
diss
you,
tracks-
nigga?
The two best
Who
diss
shot you,
tracks
bro?
of all time.
Hit 'em up is up there.
Second round knockout.
No, stop.
Of
No.
all time?
No,
Yeah, of all
yeah,
Put it in the
time.
top
Yes.
five. Put it in the top
lyrically,
five.
Cannabis
two?
Winner
Lyrically.
and the Return of the Ripper.
Five.
That shit was the
Those
Return
are
of the
those are
Ripper.
your top two?
Yeah.
The greatest diss track in hip hop history.
Hit him up.
No, the
Hit
greatest
him up
diss,
and probably.
the number one greatest diss track in hip
Comment
hop
below.
history. Number one greatest diss track in hip hop history.
Hit him up.
Crisscross Jump Jump.
Oh my God, no.
No,
So
you're gonna
everyone
say,
wants-
you're gonna say that, then it's The Bridge Is Over, because The Bridge Is Over was the
Don't
first-
try to
the
compare me to another bad little fad. I'm the Mac and I'm bad. Give you something that you never had.
Yeah, but he's
Come
not
on,
talking
son.
about nobody.
Yeah, he's talking. The whole song is about ABC. Are you serious? It's about another bad creation.
But you're using
The
some
entire
language.
song.
Yo, fucking
The entire
KRS-One
song.
KRS-One bodied an entire borough. Did you understand that? The Bridge Is Over. No offense to
you got a
Queen,
point.
but he
You got a
did.
point.
No,
He bodied an
I respect that. That's
You
top
got a
five.
point. Yeah, no, it's real.
Freaking
It's
MC
real.
Shan.
Second round
It's
knockout
real.
is top 5. Second round knockout is top
Okay.
5. But it's not top
It's
2.
fine.
Where are we
Fine,
putting?
fine.
Where are we putting the LL Cool J?
Return of the Ripper. Yo, he
Okay.
bodied him.
Where are we putting that?
Second round knockout's better. Sorry.
It is. better.
No, it's not. He
Yes,
freaking
it is.
he
It is.
destroyed Mike Tyson at the same time.
It's better though. It's
Yeah,
better.
we gotta
So
listen to that in the
respect-
chat.
So I want to apologize to everyone watching the show. If I could have mute these three idiots, I would have. Because let's be real, they're ridiculous. The top two hit.
Nah,
the top
I'm sorry,
two hits
Steve.
that are
Yo,
Hit 'em Up
Steve.
and
Wait,
Ether.
hit him up and what?
Hit them up in Ether. Those are the top two.
I kind of agree
So-
with that, but I
So-
still think,
but at the same
Jay Z
time,
won.
One
Wait.
with I'm about to dismantle all your arguments. Stevie P complains about
You
Ether.
know I was kidding, right? Like I was joking, right?
I'm trolling this hustling. That's what we come to realize. DVP complains about Ether, but he likes Hit 'em Up, but lyrically it's not better than Who Shot You.
I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining about Ether. And when Ether
Like the
dropped,
energy
Yo,
of
he
the
poked
song.
holes all in the
I thought-
argument. He kind of did that right now.
I thought Nas won for years. And then I
And you
went
were
back
right.
and I listened to Takeover and Super Ugly. And I was like, yo, you know what?
The fact you're
Like
mentioning
Ether,
people-
Ether is actually pretty whack.
Okay,
Like,
hold on. Let's talk about the real beef.
Ether's
Wait.
whack.
And hold on, the real
Wait,
beef.
wait.
El Mayimbe
Ether's whack.
or Louis Vargas? Let's go.
You can have this one by yourself. I don't know. No, but before we skip,
Oh, we not.
anything-
Nobody listens to Butchop.
before we
Nobody.
skip
y'all-
anything. To
okay.
Rob's point, I do think that the hole in your argument, Steve, is that you're saying that it's only about what was the most memorable. I think content matters, and
right.
what Nas
I'm mainly talking about
what
content.
Nas is but takeover wasn't even about Nas. It was
Yo, let me
partially about Nas.
let me tell you something. We could do this the next show.
Sure.
Look up Ether and read the lyrics, please. They
I'm
are
reading right
trash. Go ahead.
I'll read it to
I
you.
won't. I'm not gonna say trash. I'm
They're
not gonna
whack.
say
They're
trash. I'm not gonna say
whack.
trash.
What's the result? Not
I'm not gonna
positive.
trash, but
That's
hey, Steve did.
Nas is big.
Steve did convince me
Yo,
that
you
that
know what? You ever try
yeah,
to read?
Takeover's a better
have
better song.
you guys ever tried to read rap lyrics verbatim without the flow? How
The
difficult-
flow, yeah, it's horrible.
Oh,
Yeah.
my
Oh yeah, you gotta read it in the white guy voice.
So like it says intro. One. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us this week on our cuts here. Subscribe now. Subscribe now. Subscribe now. Come on, just do it. As always, I'm your boy Ali, aka Hoffa, joined by
I'm Stevie P.
Brujo Mars, Black Stefan.
The Merc, holla at us later.
and we appreciate you guys and we look forward to seeing you next week.
Peace.
And